Mm-mm. Hello, hello, hello. Mm-mm. Hello, everyone. I'm turning on the music. Music is from Octopath Traveler. I have not played it, but good music is good music. So anyway, welcome YouTube chat. Welcome Twitch chat. Thank you, Banelia, for following over on Twitch. Make yourself comfy here. Move around a little bit. Okay. Now, hello Painter and hello Articus. Articus, I bonked you gently because you went too far with that comment, with that joke. It's not, this chat is not a good place for those sort of jokes. Hello Ruby. Hello Kirill. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. You're very tired, Ruby, but you don't want to sleep because you don't want to take off the cute sweater? Then go sleep in the sweater. Is that possible? Is that an option? About bombs and tragedy. About nukes. Oh, let's put it that way. Hmm. Your comments are from the beginning got deleted, Articles, when I bonked you. Okay. Can I explain my world building project? Yes. So it's a fantasy world. Let's just say vaguely medieval, maybe a little more antique. The world is split in half by a fantasy Chernobyl, where there's a lot of ruins, artifacts, anomalies, and monsters. And one side of the world is a little bit more European, I'm thinking, a little bit more closer to industrial age. And the side of the world that we're primarily focusing on those streams right now is a little bit more, like I said, medieval, a little bit more antique, and not a lot of European cultures, mostly Asian, Middle East, things like that. And a big thing in my world is the magic system based on balance between mind, body, emotion, and soul. And you use your soul to cast spells. Very briefly. Today we're going to be creating our first non-human species, which I'm excited about. And yeah, I have a good idea how this insectoid species I want to make is going to work, but I will take suggestions from you guys if you have any. There was a terrorist attack in your city, Rubia. That I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, you can use your Galaxy Power Painter. Please remember, don't ask me questions without context. Yes, ego. Alright, Ruby. Glad to hear that. If you're interested in my magic system, let me find a post to that. on Reddit. It's still a work in progress, but I have solid basis for that. And it always comes up in those streams. Because people suggest things that just don't work in my world because the magic system doesn't agree with it. I'm looking for the post. Where is it? Where did I put? Ah, here. I'm going to put the link. Jesus, this link is huge. Okay. I will actually put the link in Twitch chat as well. So if you want to read on my magic system a little bit more in depth, to understand the ego, the id, the super ego, the anchor, are those weird named concepts. Are you trying to add messages and themes to your world? Not like, it's not my primary goal, but when if I see that I can, then I do. Like the whole thing with you perfecting your own being, true soul and unification and balance with the body, mind and emotions. You know, it lends itself really well to growth, to self-growth. So I just added. Are the insectoids hive minds or not? I'm thinking not. I will explain in a moment everything I have in mind. It was supposed to be a story with themes, messages and whatnot. I have an idea on the insectoid people. Oh, you can present it. I will say what I have in mind. So, they are immortal, those insectoid people. But not because... By the way, tell me if you can hear the music well. But not because they don't die, they're more like they are in constant cycle of rebirth. So I'm just going to do a point system, bullet point system. Don't die. Instead, return to a cocoon and rebirth. Okay. Yeah. So they don't die. When it's time and their current body is starting to get old, they are just going to go make a cocoon, hibernate for a while, and then get rebirthed. Another thing. Alright, Ruby, go ahead with your questions. By the way, the name of the word is Ifra. That's the current name we gave it. Maybe we will change it in the future. By the way, can you see the text just fine? Maybe it's too small. Maybe I should make it bigger on the screen. Do I have any way of explaining it via voice? I have trouble writing stuff like this, especially when my mind is busy. I don't know. You could post an audio on my Discord. That would be fine. The lost memories or something? Yes. Let me get to that. There's a link in the description. You have to click the link to the link tree because I didn't want to post just a loose link in the description because there's more bots that's why joining. So you have to click one link and then inside that link there will be a link to Discord. It's labeled. So I'm trying to order my thoughts. Okay. They lose memories, or rather I should say most memories, aside from, I will say, core memories. But they are still like behind a fog. Like those memories that they return and are very blurry, those important memories to them. But they retain experiences, feelings, and skills. And interesting thing about them is that they are, how to say it, they are very varied. Extremely even. And that's because every time they rebirth, they look different and have different abilities, but it, you know, alright, Robbie. How to explain it? My mind is today scattered as well, you know. By the way, later we're going to sketch some of those creatures. Okay, I will just write down their life cycle. That will be easier. They are born as larvae. And after living, or how should I say it? I'm I'm having trouble putting the words, my thoughts into words. So the idea is they grow depending on what they experience and eat and things like that. So if we have if you have a larva that eats just animals, they will be, you know, animalistic and things like that. You know, nothing much the first cycle around. First cycle is mostly the same for all of the species. But after a few cycles, there is a lot more differences because they start eating different things, experience different things, and things like that. And they start very animalistic like, but with time, if they can live for 100, 200 years, they will gain human-like intelligence. That's what I was trying to explain. And but you know, their abilities will be very different because one monster, you know, lived or one of those people lived in very harsh environment, another like hot, another one cold. One has strong armor, a second one has weak armor, but very good poison, things like that. It's already, do they inherit their personalities and traits when they're rebirthing? It's already written on the screen. You know, I will make it bigger. Alright. What do you guys say? So, these creatures could be very fast growing and learning and could basically be better than humans in every practical way imaginable. They could make humans very uncomfortable due to primal senses of fear and jealousy, yes. That's sort of my idea, although with difference that they learn slower. Their mere existence could hold or push different humans to form, bettering themselves. Are they more hostile against the... Ah, okay. You deleted the comment.
Yes.
That's me. Thank you, Yaminoji. Welcome, welcome. Let me just write down life cycle. We'll start with that. It will be easier. They don't die of old age. Instead, when their bodies start to start giving up, they create a cocoon and rebirth. Hello, lady. Good to see you. Also, them being very varied could work well as a reason why people can't adapt to their presence. Yes, and I also want to say that people cannot distinguish them, like, at a glance. Like, is this a normal monster? Is it a husk, a person that lost their soul? Because people that lose their soul turn into monsters. So they cannot tell. Is this a husk? Is this a normal animal? Is this some different kind of monster? Or is it their species? They don't know. Are they more hostile to their own species because they all look different, or are they open-minded? They're kinda up to individual because they are so varied. But I want to say they are mostly solitary creatures. But I will explain all those questions when I write down their life cycle. Sex! I have become sex. Absolute cinema. I apologize for your ears, guys. But it was an expensive redeem on Twitch. So, sometimes it has to be like that. It's been a few months since anyone redeemed that. Okay, let's focus on the writing because a lot of distractions. They did not die of old age. Instead, when their bodies start giving up, they create a cocoon and rebirth. They are born as larvae. As they live their life, they gain experiences or their experiences and diet, let's say, will influence their next form after rebirth. They lose most memories. Let's say the beginning or the first cycle, the first 2 or so cycles look very similar to all members of the species, but after a few days start becoming very varied. So after a few cycles, those animals that, let's say, or we have to name them somehow because it's hard to talk about them without their name. This species, members of this species that lived among animals through all those cycles, remain animalistic. Of course, they become more powerful, smarter, but still mostly animalistic. On the other hand, those that lived more closely to intelligent creatures start gaining the intelligence of their own. So, to call it even one species is kind of crazy because there is almost no two alike uh, members of the species that lived like past 50 years old. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but still. So they have to eat humans to be more human-like. Okay. And that's where we get to the part where I'm not sure about. Because... Okay, I have to explain my magic system. I mean, sure, that's what I originally thought. Like, it depends what they eat. And if they eat horse meat, they become more horse-like, right? They become four-legged, very fast insectoids. And that's what you're saying, Articus. I thought they maybe just inherit some of the DNA like that. And maybe that's part of it, but because of my magic system where soul is very important, I think maybe they more so than flesh, bigger influence has their soul. So in my magic system, there's soul, and then the soul is like a ball, a core soul that is in the center of your body. That soul produces spirit that fills the rest of your body. That spirit then, let's just say, gathers information about your surroundings, about your experiences, about you, about your thoughts, about your ideas, about the shape of your body, and then those spirit, let's say them particles, travel back to the soul core, where they get stored inside like a data set or backup data. Now, if there's a monster eating spirit or even souls, then potentially they can inherit some of those experiences of people and what they learned and the body information about their body shape and just merge it within their own soul. And that's how they would, I imagine, just transform so much, because they adapt to all the souls they consumed. You like the idea of insectoid who want to be a child, so they eat children. Idea for a villain variant. Oh, that's good, that's good. You missed so much lore. Should I... Basically, in my magic system, souls work like a backup data that records all information about your thoughts, experiences, and shape of your body. So that's why the balance between all the sectors of what makes you is important. And if this species ate those souls and merge those souls with their own soul, that would influence how they come out of the cocoon after a few cycles. Because they basically eat data about humans or animals. So if there's no other ideas about how they could grow, I'm going to run with it. Because I think it introduces later some problems for sentient members of the species, because if you meet a sentient member of the species that can talk and thinks like a human, then you might not be very trusting of this member, because, well, they probably ate humans to begin with. So, a lot of subspecies, yeah, like countless. Yeah, they have unique type of souls. I think like that too. A type of soul that is easily merged with other souls. They could eat human corpses and blood like a vampire. I think that's part of it too. So, let's put our ideas to the digital paper. They lose most memories aside from core memories, but they are still brutal, but they retain appearances, feelings, and skills. And to grow, or I should to grow and live, they consume souls. Very, very sensitive type of soul to external happenings, yeah. I mean, maybe they cannot, maybe that's the opposite. They have to eat souls of other people to grow, because they cannot grow their own soul on their own. This also could help with cocooning. Alright. But let's... To grow and live, they consume souls. And spirit. There is a difference between soul and the spirit. Think of spirit like a fuel and soul like an engine. Or rather, soul like a computer and spirit like an electricity. Or another way, soul like a brain and spirit like short-term memory. To grow and live, they consume souls and spirit. The type they eat influences, or I should say first, they merge those with their own soul, and the type they consume influences their next form after the rebirth. It could be a bit of a weird thing to ask, but would you be able to voice chat? I feel like I'd be able to present my ideas more clearly that way. No, not really. That would just be complicated with my setup, and I don't feel comfortable with that. I wouldn't even really. I would be hesitant to invite a fellow VTuber as well out of nowhere. I feel like that's too chaotic. When I watch someone's stream, and then there's a random person joining a voice call, I don't really like watching that. So maybe they don't have to eat normal food because they get everything from souls. Yes, I agree with you, kinda. They actually don't have to eat their victims to grow. They can eat a normal amount of food, I will say that. They still have to eat, but like humans, not really. They don't have to consume a whole person to grow, but I will explain why. Actually, don't have to eat their victims to grow. They can eat like normal, like humans, but in their animalistic form, they don't understand that. They don't eat to bulk, they can eat as sustenance. Yeah. Welcome, Graham. Smarter members of the species. No, you can only, you have to only eat the soul, or you can, because there's another part to it. No bulk maxing insectoids in my side of the world. I have ideas. I will listen to your ideas. What happens to a human when the soul gets eaten? Depends. Okay. When there's a body, but no soul, you have a dead person. When there's a soul, but no body, or should I say, when there's a dead body that died from natural causes or just got stabbed, then there's, just a dead person, because soul left the body. When there is... I'm trying to get my thinking straight. When there is a soul but no body, then you have a ghost. And when someone will steal your soul without touching your body, you will probably die, because your body won't handle the shock. You'll start losing shape. Your skin will fall off. Or you'll just stop breathing. But if you're strong enough, if your balance was good enough, then you may survive, which is worse, because that means you will turn into a monster. Toxicity contain memories as well. Them eating souls could give them the illusion of needing sustenance and could endanger them. So you have to be very aware of what's going on with their bodies. Yes, I think that eating their souls, I don't know about this specific example, but I think eating their souls confuses them because they have that jumble of memories in their heads. Don't worry, Graham, everything is on the screen basically, if you don't understand. Actually don't have to grow, they can eat humans, but in their animalistic form. They don't understand that. Smarter members of the species know you can only eat the soul. The smartest and moral ones figured out that they can sustain themselves only on the spirit, but it makes them grow slower. So yeah, I think because spirit also carries information about your body, your experiences, it just, like I said, think of it like a short-term memory that has to return to the soul to get registered. But so theoretically you can harvest only the spirit without killing the person or stealing their soul. But it just, you know, spirit is a lot lesser quality of sustenance. So it doesn't really help you grow that much. You know, in over a long period of time, yes, it helps, but also overfeeding could result in mental turmoil for them, as they contain many kinds of souls with memories and experiences, and the disarray of several of them could destroy someone mentally. So the friendly insects really will be the smartest but weaker variants. I don't know if weaker exactly, because it depends when they stopped eating souls, when they figured out that they can only sustain themselves on spirit, and when they decided to do that. You know, theoretically, an insectoid could have eaten soul for 1,000 years, and they would be extremely powerful. And only then would decide, you know what, I'm done with that, I'm only sustaining myself on souls on spirit from now on. But yes, in general, they would be a little weaker. But if someone is at that point where they are smart enough to uh, harvest only the spirit, then they are probably pretty powerful already. Hmm. Soul and spirit should be capitalized because they are specific terms for this world building project. Alright. Um, I think souls and like consuming the soul, let's say that, and spirit involves merging it with their own soul. The downside is that it can be stray nose. I'm looking for a word. Consuming the soul and spirit involves merging with their own soul. The downside is that it can be strenuous. I'm fuck. I have to use Google to translate. Absorb. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, they have to kind of pace themselves while consuming souls to, you know, absorb the souls in a fast, like, so they can adjust to that. Let's say that. Spirit uh, is significantly less strenuous, but also less training. That's we already know, but sometimes it's good to repeat ourselves. Okay, now about the culture a little bit. I think they are mostly um what is called loners. I'm having trouble to speak today. Individual, yes, and wanderers as well. Because I just like the idea of creatures like that roaming the lands. Some of them flying, some of them burrowing. But I mean, uh, whatever, whether they are wanderers or leading a life in one place, kinda depends on uh, how they grow. I'm sure they hate the imprisonment. But I will say they tend to be solitary and adventurous creatures. They're adventurous because that's how they grow, right? They have to seek out good souls to consume. Yes, no concrete culture, and each individual having their own senses of self and the ideals contributes to that. Think so. You put it very well, Arabi. This would also probably result in humans fearing them even more due to very apparent lack of pattern. Yes. Would they be nomadic, completely alone, small groups, family, clans? Yes, they probably mostly alone, wandering. But I'm going to get to that in a moment. Um, they rarely take out partners to mate with and create offspring. But when they do, they can create a colony, a large colony, I will even say, of larvae. The parents uh, take take care of the colony for first two their first two cycles. So yeah, they create colonies, like let's say a queen and a king. They find each other, they create colony, they take care of it, and then when the children are big enough to survive on their own, uh, they split. How big are these colonies? I don't know exactly, because also probably depends on reproductive organs of individual members. How many larvas are dying in the process? Probably at least half. Again, it's hard to think of everything regarding this species, because how varied can they get, right? So how many are dying in the process? Depends how powerful are parents and good at teaching their offspring. Uh, because the work required would be too impossible if they're too big. I mean, larvas are pretty easy to take care of, right? You lock them in a room, you just throw food in, and whatever, like, right? They could also result in them sparing their excess souls to form aspects of themselves to take care of the offspring. Uh, I'm trying to understand what you mean. Are you saying that they are giving up part of their soul to the offspring to create like more workers for the colony? It would be pretty hard to gather all the food and make sure all the larvae are getting fed. I mean, for a few powerful, like for a couple powerful members of the species, killing a few animals wouldn't be too hard. I don't imagine those larvae are so big. Like, they are probably small dog size, but I don't know. What insects are the main inspirations? All the insects. As you know, because they can look at any as any other insect. Do they have a common set of social rules governing when they meet to prevent infightings? What is their courting, mating ritual like? I don't know, lady. You can tell me. I haven't not thought about that. Or you guys in general can make up their mating rituals. You have an idea for the whole storyline now. Good, good. Hmm. I'm thinking about what you're saying, Ruby. That they probably should have some help with maintaining the colony. What about the normal average brood size? When they mate, how much offspring are made, and how long are the cycles which they tend to protect nourishment them? Hmm. I tend not to focus on details like that because I don't find them that important. those very specific information, how long the cycle lasts and things like that. I imagine the first cycle maybe lasts like a month or two. Then the second cycle maybe like a year. The cycles probably get progressively longer. So I'm just going to put that down. But up to 100 years, I will say. Starting at 1 month and ending and capping at 100 years. Something like that. How about taking from those fancy blue bees? The males go about gathering spirit with a nice aura and use it to create a smell flavor that attracts females. Great idea. Are there parasites for insects? I guess they are. Mm, so, since humans are gonna be terrified of them, the more advanced half of the world would invent some measures to keep the insectoids at bay. One of the most exciting of the measures be inventing a mind control bioweapon to deter them from venturing anywhere humanity would want them want to keep isolated from them. Considering the insectoids value freedom a lot, this could be horrible for them. I will remember what you're saying, but it's like more like a story idea right now. Very specific story idea. And I'm focusing right now on the creature alone. I think these things can help to develop the cultures and behaviors of the group societies. I agree, but for now I'm trying to put out the basics, you know? Details like that kinda, before I have the basics, kinda just confuse me more. While they may not be required to be held to the standards, it will inform how they interact with the world, uh, what they, what marks they leave for their existence, and how others would find interact with them. Also, how long between mating would someone seek out new mates as soon as possible, or would they continue wandering for a long time? For the last question, it depends on the individual. I imagine like at least once 100 years there would be a mating process. I will put that down. You know, if one member of the species ate a nymphomaniac, then they probably like to mate a lot. Sorry for the wall of text. No, no, I like walls of text. So, but yes, to your point, Graham, I agree with everything you're saying. But like I said, I like to develop the main ideas first. And also, I tend to I like to have some freedom to decide those details on a whim uh, later, just to improvise. I like some details I like leaving open for improvisation, because if I invent every detail, it's way too much to remember. And when they will later, for example, narrate for you guys during like a D&D game, if I have too many details, I will mix them up. I will forget some stuff and things like that. So that's why I like having enough free wiggle room where I can just invent stuff on the fly as well. Okay, one of the most, yeah, that's already read. I just saw some book information about parasite shorts. Great articles. You can share that. Considering the insectoids value freedom a lot, this could be horrible for them. Ah, that's oh, oh my god, almost puked. This could result in them evolving and adapting very quickly to counter the bioweapons and sort of starting an adaptation race between the insectoids and the humans. I mean, yeah, they always are in the adaptation race. I think they are kind of chasing the superiority, the superior form. Those that are smart enough to comprehend ideas like that. I think I tend to work from the broad strokes first to the details later, just my thing. My process pretty much starts with the way they interact with others, I guess, as opposed to who they are. Okay, lady, I'm just going to take your whole idea about how they handle mating. Would they have gendered roles? I wonder this species. I don't think they would because they are so individualist. So instead of the male, so I will say the initiating partner. Go about the gathering spirit with a nice aura and use it to create a smell, flavor that attracts females. Another partner. Spirit pheromones, yeah. I feel like gender roles would pretty much only exist in a very social species, yeah. If they just, I mean, there are animals that are also solitary and have gender roles, right? But for this species, I don't feel like it does make sense, especially when they are consuming souls of people and, like, you know, yeah, you can get all the genders in your head, in your own soul. Now, uh, smarter members. I want still a name for this species. I'm taking suggestions, guys. We can just make up a fantasy name. But if you have any smart ideas, let me know. Most, I should add. I should, like, behind everything here on this list is a strong asterisk that it depends on the individual. I reckon the generals would only boil down to the literal birthing length of the offspring larva and perhaps the process of nourishing the larva, yeah. But again, I think they can develop a few, like, in all the other directions. Like, you can have more than one genitalia. You know, I will even say that there is probably a member of the species that actually doesn't need a partner to reproduce because they what they acquired through their life from eating souls from some specific creatures. But how are the genders? Are the genders or are they hermaphroditic? What I said right now. They are gendered at the beginning, and probably most of them still are, because most creatures in the world are. So when they consume their souls, they retain some kind of idea of gender, but it's more fluid for them, and some of them become hermaphroditic. Watch a zombie bee. It's about a parasite fly called a borealis or something that they infect bees with their larvae inside the bees. I hate that. They don't refer to delve into sexism and transphobia. Yeah, they don't. Yes, let's put that down. Gender roles. Align more with their experience and growth than what they were born with. Okay, we have a solid basis for this. I will only add interaction with other dishes. Yeah! Yeah! You're welcome. I will add. There are a few societies or communities that grew up in the same area and consumed herd-based souls. So if there was a colony that developed around in a place where there is a lot of herd animals like wild cows or something like that, and that was their most of what they ate at the beginning, then they probably didn't split up that much, at least most of them, and they became more of a society. Colonies, yes, but like the same difference articles. I'm using communities because it's more civilized word. So no one with a lot more exposure with male souls would present more masculine appearing traits? Yes. I think a name is difficult because they look all different. I would call them simply shaper or something in this direction because they all change their appearance. The one thing they remain is being an insectoid. Well, you can look at like a person or a horse or any different creature or similar to that. You still have that insectoid, parts. After clay or shapeable substances, though. Evolution eater. Oh my god. Lady, as always, with very metal names. I liked it. I like it like as a subtitle, but not the name that people call it by in a casual conversation. Evolution eater. That's metal. I like. Mm. Well, let us look up the words in for insects in Latin. Insectum. That wasn't helpful. A shape in Latin. or change. Latin translator, let's just go with that. Mutatio, of course. And then shape, figura, sure. Soulback and got Cymex Anima. Oh. Soulback Cymex. Vaga also being the Latin for wandering, I think also works. I should add to the life cycle the special type of soul that can merge with other souls. That's something important. Yeah, I should add easily. Because normal human souls can also merge in some ways with other souls, but not that easy. I'm thinking. I like something with Cymex. What about Soul Eater? Like the anime. What is Eater? Physedula. Cymex Physedula. Solanoids. Is specifically a parasitic insect which feeds on blood. Oh. I mean, that's kind of fits. Because they are parasitic but on the spirit or soul. When this is the only immortal race, can we just call them immortals? No, because I will have ideas for other immortals. Bedbugs. Like elves. I have my ideas for elves and what to do with them at some point. Where did you get the name Simesnoids? Articus. From the Cymex? I mean, we have also the concept of ego. Soul kind of being part of your ego. But ego is your whole being, including the body, so that doesn't work. What's how is spirit in Latin is probably just spirit. Spiritus, yeah, exactly. But phasma, right? We have phasmancy. So phasma sex. Phasma sex. I like the Cymex. Let's just make it any like fantasy. We can make up a word, but and let's make Cymex our base. We can now edit the word Cymex. We have Phasma as well. Phasma does not have a translation, it looks like, but Pais dos Tempus. Articus, I think you're in the past. Or are you again just writing delayed? Cymex, Phasma. God damn it, no ideas. Brain. Cymex Noids is kinda too basic. Phasmax. Phasmex. Phasmex. Sounds like a drug name. Chimex? Chimex? Chimego. Chimego. How does it doesn't sound insecty enough. Chimex. Quimex. How about Quimex? You cannot add just oid to everything, Arctic. Quimex. Quimex. Do you feel the Quimex? Does that sound terrifying to you guys? After we finish up writing, by the way, we will be, what's it called? We'll be drawing, sketching some of them. I like it with the E, sounds so like Chimex or Quimex. But still spell the same. Tyranix. Why Tyranix, Articus? I should probably look up a Sumerian translator or something. In Sumerian, bug is itpa, I think. An insect is bestia. What about soul? Lalartu. Okay, for now we're going with Sumerian Lalartu Soul Lalasu Phasmantals. Yeah. How about it? Oog. No, not really. To eat is Gu 7? What the fuck? The Sumerian translator I found is pretty bad. Okay, we're going with Quimex for name. We're in a dictionary, alright. If you find something, I like the EI, so we will stay with that, but for now they will be called Quimex. And I will say humans are afraid of the Quimex. There's some, the name is still off to me, but we can edit it anytime. Humans are afraid of Quimex. Okay, that's a sentence one. And I want to say that even when they meet smart ones, or rather they distrust them. Kumex is growing on you. I think in my mind it sounds too sci-fi. Because they can't ever tell how they look at a glance, or rather recognize them. Because they are just always look so differently from each other. And they know they need souls to eat. For that reason, they have deep distrust, if not hatred, for humanoid ones. And that presents a good like dilemma, moral dilemma. Can they be blamed? Because when they start eating humans, they are more animalistic. They are like babies at best. So the only way for them to develop emotions and conscience and ethics and morals is through eating human souls. So, and when they get rebirthed, when they get the rebirth, they are not really the same as they once were. Sure, they have some parts of the memories, but not only their memories, they also have the memories of the humans they ate, right? So in that way, isn't like the part of the soul of that human is still alive? But religious people on the other side would say, oh, they prevented the soul to move on. And some other people would say, yes, but that means that my son is still alive somewhere deep inside them. And, this is a complicated issue it presents. And the others say, oh, but they killed them. Oh, that was 100 years ago. They don't kill humans anymore. They are not even the same person as they were. Probably some boogeyman fairy tales that the Quimex will eat children who run off in the wilderness. Good old-fashioned fairy tales which teach children not to do dangerous things, yeah. Okay, we played Octopath Traveler music. Time for Pillars of Eternity. I just typed the moral dilemma here, not to forget it. That's right, because of the long lifespan the humans forget they passed, yeah. I have a hatred and fear of cockroaches. So I guess victims of superstition? Not exactly superstition if it's true. Humans just generalize, right? So they apply the same everything, the same knowledge to every member of Quimax, even though they vary so much between each other. Okay. Writing portion is done, I think, more or less. Time for the art potion. Portion. Time to draw. Alright. Here we are with my papyrus canvas. And let me get my references here. At least some of them. Which one I would like to draw first? I mean, to be honest, I could just plop here any of those pictures and just say those are the members of the species. But let's draw something of our own. One. Can I select multiple? No. Two. If you guys want to know the artist to one of those, let me know. I will Google that. I didn't note it down. Let's put also this and this. Oh my god, no. And now let's put things like this. insert many layers, that will be faster. Pray for the souls and meal? What are you talking about? Okay. We'll see. I mean, yeah. So guys, here are the some of the members of the of the species of Quimax. Job done. I hope you enjoyed the drawing stream. That's a lot of suspicious. The amount of suspicious is endless. That's just the point. Immortal species with endless possibilities, basically. Okay, let's go. So I'm thinking I would like to start with a Mothman. This creating this species is just one big excuse to draw and include a Mothman in my world. Yes, fluffy time. So let's do that. Eddie, what do you think of the species? Do you have anything more to add about it? I just kinda do the fire right now. I'm just kinda copying this because I don't feel that inspired to make up my own design completely from scratch. It's really cool. I love the insectoid species, but I don't really have any more ideas for them right now. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know. I guess that their form, chitin's exoskeleton tone will change depending on their soul consumption during after the cocoon shedding cycles. Yes. We should start drawing from the cocoon actually, but okay. We'll go back to drawing the larva and the cocoon. RPG music like that makes me nostalgic for simpler times when I played RPG games as a kid. I don't really play that much anymore, only on stream. And I tend not to play longer games because, well, they don't perform very well after a few episodes. This insects, do they shed exoskeletons? How long to grow to maturity? I'd say to maturity. Depends what you mean as mature. Like 10 years, let's say, to like a very stable position where they can hunt on their completely on their own. They're powerful enough to survive. They are just very animalistic at that stage yet. If you mean maturity as in intelligence, that very much depends on their diet. But probably like 100 years of eating more intellectual humans. Like, it's not like you will eat one soul of a human and that will be enough. Because I imagine there is a lot lost during the process. So it's not like you just gain a soul, you just gain parts of it. Same like you eat and then, you know, the food gets turned. Not turned, but you know what I mean. It just gets used. Oh my god. You absorb some nourishment from them, but most of this that food goes into poop. So I will say they create soul poops, spirit poops. I don't know how they look, but that could be a viable ingredient actually. A spirit poop of a physical shape. Yeah, that's probably 10 years. But yeah, they just never stop growing, so that's why it's hard to say. Obunga? What is Obunga? My head hurts, I need rest. Okay, thank you, Painter, for coming. Bye bye. Mwah. Kisses for you. Hmm. Hmm. How to handle make the wings into a cloak? I'll just do a simple thing right now. Let's say a humanoid strong cockroach that looks like a bunga. I don't know what a bunga is. Okay, that's good enough. Was thinking about how insects and crustaceans tend to grow by shedding their old skin shells when they outgrow them. I know it is nutritious dependent though. Just is there defying adjustments in their bodies form larvae, or is this another thing dependent on their environment, daily diet also, so that they comex you from from one region maybe perhaps quite unrecognizable from the another region, or they not shed? I don't know enough about this topic. I imagine they shed. I don't know. Is this important? Let's say they shed and use parts of the what they shed to turn into a cocoon. I don't know. Does that work for you? Overthinking? No, no. I'm sure those are cool ideas or good questions. I just don't know enough about the topic to speak about it. Just you think this may inform the shape language of them, but it can also be explored, especially through art. Shape language? The how their shape of the bodies. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's all as everything about them depends. But I mean, imagine most of them shed in some way. If that makes sense, then that makes sense. By the way, since I'm drawing right now, I want to talk about my my approach to content creation a little bit, or rather promotion of it. I will not be changing much about the streams themselves, but I must say that I don't know, my current approach didn't work with helping me grow my stream. I always thought people don't care about low quality things, right? Uh, and just spamming with anything. But I might have been wrong, because I noticed that many people that grow fast, they just spam a shit ton of everything on their Twitter or other social media. Like some pretty boring clips, but for some reason they become popular, they get likes, or what is, or just low effort memes, or just general stream of consciousness. So I might be posting a lot more. I will still try to make it as high effort as I can, but I will just post a lot more clips, shorts, and just everything on my social media. And I will not be posting everything on Discord, so because I don't want to, guys, spam you with everything, but I want to see how it works out if I try this approach. Unexplored thing. Good content does better than a lot of content, but a lot of content reaches a lot more people. Yeah, like I think your content has to either extremely good to reach a lot of people, or you have to do a lot of it. You cannot go in like the middle road, really, of making decent content and not that much of it. I feel like that has not worked for me well. I mean, it depends what you define on for decent. I thought I was posting slop already. This content will show more, a character more, but there is definitely a balance to strive, yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm like I said the other day, I am just confused what people want to see and what gets people to grow. Because I look at profiles that don't do any of those things I'm doing. They don't put any effort into promotion or even in the streams themselves, and somehow get bigger audience. And other times I see another person that does exactly the same things I do, but for no reason they are more successful with it. And again, I don't understand why. I don't like it. Makes me want to cry. Should have been paying attention to Criticus about my content creation and promoting the stream. Hitting your niche vibe as well. People will return if what they see gels with them. I hope. I thought that would work like that, but I didn't know. I see many people come by my stream that they say that they enjoyed it and they hope to return see it again, but they never do. So I don't know. Generally, I'm getting decent views on my streams, at least on YouTube. Twitch is dead. I mean, you guys are here right now, but my Twitch is dying. I went below 2 viewer. No, I don't think I went below 2 viewer average yet. But I'm going there. Have no idea why. I have not changed much about my streams. In fact, I stream a lot more now. And yet my Twitch streams are dying. But who knows why. Human are human in general as well. A small percentage return is a victor because you're not only competing with every small creator but also a very big one too. Yes, I know that. But still, I know that I'm getting decent viewership, or rather, many new people come by, but not a lot stay. But I know many streamers that don't get many new people show up, but they constantly pull big numbers on streams. So even Poppy has like, I don't know, 50 views average on her streams and often like 10 viewers watching. I pull like between 50 to 150 viewers and like 3 viewer average. So there is definitely something that doesn't stick with people, doesn't make them want to stay and chill here. And I don't know what that quality is. My only idea is that my voice, and or rather my how I speak, with pretty strong accent, I often stutter and things like that. I'm trying to distill basically what makes people watch someone. I'm trying to find the thing, the secret, or something common, but I'm struggling to find that. You feel that as well? Yeah. Thank you, Artie, because I know you guys are here. But you three are not enough for me to keep streaming. If I have a goal to reach 500 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year, and side goal, but like pretty big side goal, pretty important, to get the monetization or by the end of the year too, which requires 3,000 watch hours on YouTube. We're at 700, and I don't know. I feel like if I cannot reach that, then I don't know. I should not be trying that much. I should just keep streaming as a hobby, but I don't want that because I don't want to do anything else in life. I mean, I want to do many things in life. Art, writing, uh, other videos, creation, and things like that. But the point is, I want to. All of them require success on more social media platforms. So I don't know. I'm kinda all eggs in one basket kinda guy. Does look good. I don't know. Let's just put something down for now. Returning to the topic, 500 subscribers should be nothing. Like, I should get that easily. So if I don't, I will be very disappointed in myself. Like, if I focus on getting subscribers, I can do it. I'm worried more about viewer retention. Like, already, the viewership dropped. I mean, it's fine. It's less involved part of the stream where I only draw. I expected that. But still. My art stream used to be the most popular streams I did. And again, I have no idea what changed. Things are just changing without me understanding why. Young Moonflower. Thank you. I've caused, but it seems you have cut the bug. No pun intended. Just keep it coming and don't burn out. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for coming. I feel like his legs should be thicker. Like thighs. Chitin thighs. No. After no, oh no. That's wrong. Hmm. Let me drink some water. But how are you guys? Like, how is your day? I'm checking on a few things. Okay. The wind is getting faster and stronger. What? Are you in the eye of the storm or something? Okay. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Because kinda waste of time to be spending on one thing too much time. Like I said, I have a lot of things to do as a streamer, so I'm going to fuck it. I will trace it a little bit, the shape, because I'm struggling with the legs. Let's do some shape study, let's call it. Okay. Let's first get... I should have done it faster. Just... a general shape. Okay, lady. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Although you contributed not that much today, you still contributed, and it was a good contribution. You're basically a war for other countries? What do you mean, Articus? Hmm. The typhoon spawns near you? How does that work? Right. Okay, now we have kinda the shape. We can cook with this much faster. You live near Pacific Ocean, I see. I'm getting hungry a little bit, but what the annoying part is that I have eaten not that long ago. Have I? Wait, did I eat? I don't remember anymore. When did I eat? No, I think I ate. Okay, I think I'm hesitant to say that the artist made a mistake, but it doesn't align properly, like it should have been lower. In my opinion. You feel a little bit sleepy right now? It's okay if you have to sleep, just leave my stream open. In fact, you should always open my streams or VODs when you go to sleep. Mm, just to get me monetized? No. It's also just because I'm sure my streams are a great sleeping aid. But yes, also to get me monetized. I have headphones that make my ear hurt if I wear them long because they are small. Why don't you get bigger ones? Headphones are not... I mean... Headphones are not that expensive. At least earphones, no, not. Hmm. No reason. I see. I think I want to switch gears to drawing the wings for a little bit. You're going to sleep, alright? Bye bye. Good night, son. Virtual player below, alright. I will actually, I think, switch to drawing something else for now because I already jumped to the most complicated thing. I think I'd like to what it's called? Draw a cocoon. Just a simple cocoon. Let me find some drawings of cocoons. Large cocoon, I don't know. Let's type that. See what pops up. Let's type in alien cocoon. Should give us more interesting results. I mean, obviously it gives us cocoons from alien movies, but maybe something more. This cocoon looks like a pussy. Interesting. We have also this cocoon. I see a lot of pretty cocoons, but I think this species would have pretty ugly ones. Okay, we have several options for the style of the cocoon. We can have like a butterfly cocoon, like this. Like this. We can have similar type of cocoon, but more like bigger looking one and kind of more, I don't know, less elaborate. And we can have like more fleshy kind of cocoon. And lastly, we can have more fleshy kind of cocoon, but also viney. And now the choice. Okay, I like the shape of this one, the oblong one. And also I think I like the idea of the vines. So let's do that. You can just very roughly sketch it. And now vines. Like, well, first of all, we should do the texture on this thing. What kind of texture would it have? Like under all the vines? The veiny one? This one? This one or this one? Like somewhere in between everything. I'm looking for some good brushes to do the job. Maybe cross-hatching would do the job. No, it's too elegant. It's called, say it like that. This is a material. Not what I'm looking for as well. I think this is my favorite kind of texture thing. Usually. But not for this one. We need more texture in the texture. We can have like scales on the cocoon. But again, I don't think we're looking for that. We can have like this thing. No. Oh, perfect. That's what I was looking for. I now realizing it could be also good for the eye texture in some way. I have to remember that. Now, any good brushes for the vines, I mean. No. No. I don't think I have anything like that. I think we have to do it manually. One by one. Hmm. And I think they attach those cocoons mostly to walls. I have an idea actually for which brush to use for this. Can we find it? Okay, maybe this one will work. Because it has a special feature. Yeah, like this. It has cool connections. Like that. So it can also look pretty veiny. I don't know. Let's experiment with it. I think it could work, but it would require like a lot more thinking how to place the lines. Hmm. I will be honest, kinda don't feel like drawing. I don't know. I'm not in the zone. At least for drawing this. For anything here. I think that's because in this species any of those monsters can work right as part of the species we created today. So it kinda doesn't make me motivated to create my own. Because it already has a representation in all those different things. Like I could do maybe a specific character where that would be probably more interesting. I don't know. Hmm. Also kind of partially. My motivation always drops when viewership drops, you know? Like I start thinking, okay, god damn it, I could have do other things. I could edit videos and things like that. I know that people always can come in later, so sometimes don't feel it regardless of knowing that. Hmm. Uh, I'm thinking what to do. So we kind of have the larva. We'll have the moth person here. I mean the larva, the cocoon, then larva, then a moth person. We also need a representation for the wild ones, because the moth person is already kinda civilized, but we need wild ones like this one. We need to draw later as well. Things like that. But yeah, I think I have to just do a separate drawing stream for all the things that we created on streams so far. Because, I don't know, drawing them individually all kinda bothersome. So I mean, maybe I should end the stream a little bit earlier. I could edit some videos. I think I'm going to do that, but before I will just, I don't know, if someone wasn't here, flash this on screen about our Quimex evolution eater, the immortal, at least of old age, species. When it gets old, it just creates a cocoon, gets into it, and gets reborn. And to sustain itself, its souls or spirit of other creatures, and that way it gains their part of their experience and feelings and things like that. And after many rebirths, they start off animalistic, but after many rebirths, they can grow into a civilized species. And they are very individualistic in a sense that every Quimex, every member of the species can look very wildly differently depending on what they ate, what kind of souls they consumed, because that would inform their evolution. So yeah, that's what we created today. I didn't draw as much as I wanted, which I apologize for. But yeah, sometimes you just kind of don't feel up to it. Like I said, just looking at those monsters, you have kind of an idea how the members can look like. So it doesn't give me a good motivation to draw it to have a representation of the of the species, because their representation already exists before my eyes. But I still have to figure it out. Still have to draw my own, at least a few pictures of it. Alright, yes. Thank you everyone that came by today. Shorter stream. I mean, always when I end, I see spike in viewership. Which is unfair. Let me check on a few things. before ending it. Alright. Yes. Again, thank you everyone for coming by and helping me create the species. We have our first species in the world that is not human, which is very cool and opens up things for us. And yes, see you tomorrow with... What did I put there? I think Roblox with chat. Yeah? Yes. We'll play some Roblox games because you reached the goal for that. I have no idea what kind of games. Last time they weren't that good, the horror games that we played, so I hope this time they will be fine. Okay, bye bye. Kisses for everyone. Hi.